What's going on, everybody? Mahai back here with another Town Hall 17 attack strategy video. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys something a little bit different. It is very similar to how you actually set up the RC charge dragon attack, but instead of dragons, we're actually going to be bringing super miners with some healers. So it is a ground version of that same attack. So you see we're bringing the 10 super miners instead. We've got 5 healers, 4 balloons just to test for traps to keep your healers alive, and then 1 baby dragon. We have 11 invis spells, and then in the Clan Castle, we're bringing a poison with a recall. We've got the siege barracks. I'm using the super minions. You can use Valkyries in there as well. For equipments, I'm using the metal pants and the dark orb on the minion prince. I'm using the magic mirror and the action figure on the queen, double books on the warden. We've got the haste file and the electro boots on the royal champion. So we're going to hop into our first attack and show you guys how this works. All right, so what you're going to want to do is find out where you want to send in your RC charge from. It is very important because if you mess up your RC charge with this, you are absolutely fried. So we're going to start from down here in this bottom left corner, and we're going to try to charge in. I want to remove the Town Hall in this base just because it does a lot of damage, especially the higher the league you're in, especially in Legend League. So we're going to use the RC charge in through there. We have the haste file as well. I'm going to pop when I get near the Town Hall. So the Royal Champion, I'm thinking, should carve out a huge corner of the base, pretty much all this stuff just by herself. And that sets a really nice funnel on that side. And then obviously we're going to recall her out before she goes down. And then on the other side, we're going to drop our queen and our siege barracks like this. And their job is just to work around the outside and keep the trash buildings on the outside cleared out. That way it leaves us perfect pathing for our super miners just like this through the base. As you see, it gives us a perfect alley. And then it's basically an L shape through the backside of the base. And everything can just path together all at once and just coast through the base. So that's really all there is to it. Obviously, you're going to look for a good warden ability. Usually you end up using it pretty early with this attack because then you can heal your royal champion back up after her charge. I really like it. So we're going to get rid of this drawing and we'll press play on the replay. We'll start with our RC charge now. We're going to start down here in the bottom. And again, you're going to want to use some invis spells to try to steer her in the direction you want her to go. Like here, I really don't want her to go over to this builder hut over here. So I'm going to invis that at the perfect timing, and that should push her into the Town Hall, which it does. We had a spring trap, which is a little bit annoying. It's going to get some, or take some getting used to for those new spring traps, obviously. So we did pop her ability, used her haste file. We removed the Town Hall. We go back for the expo now, the ricochet cannon, and you do want to try to pull the Clan Castle if you can as well, because obviously if it's something like this, like dragons, you do not want that to be melting your super miners as they coast through the base. So you want to be able to pull with the Royal Champion. That way you can eliminate the Clan Castle with your Queen and your Siege Barracks and your Poison spell on the outside of the base. So we're out of Invis spells now. We're going to recall. We got everything that we intended to get. So it leaves us at perfect pathing. Now we're going to use the Queen and the Siege Barracks over here now. And as you see, we're going to wait for the Clan Castle to get pulled over because we want those dragons to get dealt with by our Queen. So we're going to poison up now. Now the Super Miners go in. We get our Teslins in. I did drop one Super Miner down here just to get those few trash buildings so we didn't have to try to backtrack and time fail on those. Everything else goes in with the main army now. As you see, we redeployed the Royal Champion as well, so now we'll be able to catch her in the healing tome from the Warden, which should be able to heal her back up and get tons of value. She's also got the Phoenix on her as well, so you get so much value out of this attack from your Royal Champion. And like I said, the charge is very important. You got to make sure she doesn't go down. There we hit our Dark Orb ability. So look, basically all the damage now is frosted over on the backside of this base from our Dark Orb ability. Also, our minion prince can't take any damage really because of the metal pants, which is very important because obviously you don't really have any other air troops. So the air defenses can target your minion prince. So that's why I really like the metal pants, just to keep that minion prince alive because it has such high DPS. It just adds a lot of damage to the backside of this attack. So as you see, we're rounding around the last wall now. We do have a super minion which pathed in to the Clan Castle. That's why I really like the super minions, because if you do leave behind a few trash buildings in the core of the base, your super minions can go out of their way and pick that up. We have a nice army pushing through up here. We still have a P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards alive from our Siege Barracks, which was dropped all the way over here. They rounded all the way around the base. So that's why I showed you this pathing that we want. You want them to go around the outside, and it keeps all your super miners centralized, and it synergizes extremely well. We're just going to 2x through this now. As you see, we're coasting into the last compartment here. We have quite a few troops still alive. Our Queen's still full health. We take it down. Easy 3-star. So a very, very strong attack. It's very fun as well. Let's go get into our second replay. All right, into attack number 2. We're going to come in from the top here again and try to remove that Town Hall. You won't always be able to get the Town Hall, or it might not always be worth it as well. And if it's hard to path into, like I said, you really don't want to mess this up and get your Royal Champion to go down, or you are in major, major trouble. We're going to take out this Monolith. And the reason I came up from here is because we have 2 Ricochet Cannons and the Monolith, which is obviously very high damage. So we wanted to remove as much of that as we possibly could. I'm going to invis those 3 defenses over on the right now. Pushes our Royal Champion into the Town Hall perfectly. We're going to pop her haste file here in a second after we drop this invis, just to make sure we didn't mess up the timing. Town Hall and the Poison Tower are going to go down. She's going to go back now and take out that other Ricochet Cannon, and we have a lot of value removed from the space now. The Monolith, 2 Ricochet Cannons, and the Town Hall and a Poison Tower are down. We take out that Air Defense, which is also pretty nice. Helps keep our healers alive. We're going to get a Scatter Shot maybe? No, doesn't quite go down. I didn't want to risk taking too much damage. So we're going to drop our Baby Dragon up here because we actually didn't pull the Clan Castle, so my Baby Dragon will be able to deal with that trash. We're going to drop the Queen and the Siege Barracks down here. Their job is to path around the bottom now like that. Just the exact same setup as the last base. We have that L-shaped pathing set up. Keep our Queen and our Siege Barracks on the outside, which keeps our Super Miners and all the rest of our heroes in the center of the base, which is absolutely perfect because obviously with this attack, we don't have to worry about walls because we have the Royal Champion, the Super Miners, and the Minion Prince, so everything can just go right over the walls. We poison up the Clan Castle troops. This time I didn't get the pull with the RC, but that's fine because we still have our RC and our Minion Prince and our poison spell. So if you don't get the CC pull, it's not the end of the world. As long as you can get your troops to path properly, you can use your poison and wreck it with your 2 other heroes. So we do have a lot of defenses down here at the bottom. I don't know if our Siege Barracks will be able to keep that trimmed, so I did actually pop my Queen's Magic Mirror just to try to get some more damage per second to try to clear out this compartment here because I want to keep my Super Miners pathing around the base, obviously. And it actually worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, the Minion Prince does go down, but we have our Queen down here with the action figure equipment still alive, which is the Giant. And then we have some Super Miners still alive. We have some Super Minions still alive as well. We're just going to 2x through this now. We're actually just going to 4x through this because obviously it's not going to stop us. We still have healers on a big pack of Super Miners. We coast through the backside of the base. Easy 3 stars. If you can get that L-shaped pathing set up, this is a very powerful attack. Let's quickly get into one more. All right, final attack. And this one's a little different because we did attack 2 diamond-style bases. So this time, I don't want to path into the Town Hall here because then it just leaves you very, very awkward pathing for your army. So I am going to come in from a corner again, just like I did on the other ones. On this one, I determined it was more important just to set up the pathing. I did want to try to push my Royal Champion over into all this damage. Look at this Rage compartment here. So much value over there. But as you see here, I'm actually going to mess it up. I should have dropped an invis up here on the mortar as well. But I do screw it up, so she pathed where I didn't want her to. She's getting low health as well. I tried desperately to push her back in. We do at least get some of the value. We get that Multi-Inferno. But unfortunately, she's going to path back to the outside. So that was a very, very poorly executed Royal Champion charge on my part. I didn't get the value I wanted. Really unfortunate. I wanted this Rage compartment here. So now we're just going to have to adjust on the fly. At least I got some pathing set up. So I'm trying to think here what I want to do because obviously I didn't get what I wanted. I'm going to use the Baby Dragon up here to clean that trash just so we don't have anything wander. We're going to use the Queen and the Siege Barracks now. So now we just want everything to path down through here. But unfortunately, we still have a lot of damage in there. So I'm hoping I can get my Minion Prince in there, get a good Dark Orb ability, and hopefully my Minion Prince and my Royal Champion can clear out that whole compartment on their own. I'm going to use an early Warden ability here. Try to heal that Royal Champion back up before she walks out of the range of the Warden's ability. We do pull the Clan Castle here as well. My Minion Prince does actually path into this high damage area where I wanted him to, which is perfect. So I'm going to use a Dark Orb ability here in a second. Use it now. And I frosted all the damage in the base. That was a huge Dark Orb ability, which is going to help clutch up this attack because obviously the Royal Champion charge did not get what I wanted. But look at that Minion Prince. Metal Pants just basically reflecting all the damage. He's not taking any damage. The whole Rage compartment's gone now. I used my Queen's Magic Mirror as well because I wanted to shred through that Rage compartment because that's where most of the damage left on the base was. We have a couple Wizards down here with a couple Super Miners doing a good job cleaning the outside trash. Our Minion Prince is going to target the Town Hall. Unfortunately caught in the Tornado Trap. Hopefully that Town Hall goes down. And we lose our Minion Prince to a Seeking Air Mine. RIP. So this is actually a lot closer than it needed to be. But our Super Minions clutch up, take out the Town Hall. So now we're going to 4x through this because there's nothing that can stop us. We still have our Giant from our action figure. We have a P.E.K.K.A. still alive from our Siege Barracks. Our Warden's still full health. Our Queen's still full health. We have Healers still alive. We get through the base, even with really, really poor execution on the Royal Champion charge. We hit a massive, massive Minion Prince ability, which helped clutch up the attack. So this is probably one of my new favorite attack strategies at Town Hall 17. If you guys want to use it, let me know how it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.